If there really were a magic pill for health and longevity, this would be it. Let's talk about strength training. Not because it's trendy, not because it makes you look a certain way, but because of what it allows you to do now and later in life. Strength training touches almost every system in your body. It helps you maintain muscle, it supports your bones, it improves balance and coordination, it helps regulate blood sugar, and it protects joint health. But here's the part I really want you to understand. Strength training isn't about muscles for the sake of muscles. It's about function. It's about independence. It's about being able to live life on your own terms, getting up off the floor, carrying groceries, climbing stairs, ultimately moving with confidence. That's what strength training is really for, and this matters even more as we get older. From about our 30s onwards, we naturally start to lose muscle if we don't actively work to maintain it. And that loss isn't dramatic at first. It's not like you wake up one day feeling weak. It's gradual. It's quiet. It's easy to ignore until one day, everyday tasks start to feel harder than they should. And this is where strength training becomes so important, because muscle isn't just something you build, it's something we have to also protect. So let me say that again, because I think this is just so important. Muscle isn't just something that you build, it's something that we have to also protect. And we know from decades of research that maintaining muscle is one of the strongest predictors of independence as we age. In fact, I recently listened to a podcast with Rhonda Patrick, and she used the great analogy that we really have to bank muscle for our future. They explained that sarcopenia, which is muscle mass loss with aging, is often defined as happening on a nice, smooth, downward curve. But when you zoom in super close to the curve, you see that there are these acute incidences, like getting the flu, having a joint replacement, getting injured, where the muscle cost is high. So really, the curve has these little drops. So I like to think of muscle as insurance for the life you want to live. It's insurance against falls, against frailty, against losing confidence in your body. And the great news is this. You don't have to train like an elite athlete. You don't have to lift heavy weights. You don't have to spend hours in the gym. Strength training is incredibly adaptable. It meets you where you are. What matters is that your muscles are being challenged and that you do it in a way that you can repeat. Because just like we've talked about before, you don't need perfect, you need repeatable. One of the reasons strength training gets a bad rap is because people often associate it with extremes, heavy lifting, intimidating gym spaces, all or nothing programs. If that hasn't felt like it was for you, that makes complete sense. But that version of strength training is only one narrow slice of what's possible. In real life, strength training should feel supportive, progressive, appropriate for your body. And most importantly, it should feel doable and repeatable, because the benefits of strength training don't come from a single workout. They come from consistency over time. And when people approach it with fear or intimidation, they often never get the chance to experience how empowering it actually is. If you're looking for a program to help you build consistency and strength, I'd love to introduce you to our Get Strong 28-Day Challenge on MOSSA On Demand. It's a 4-week guided strength training program designed to remove the guesswork and provide the right balance of education, structure, and motivation. It's free for the full 28 days, and we'll put the link in the comments if you want to learn more. And now, back to the video. Here's what I want you to remember. Strength training isn't about chasing an ideal body. It's about building a capable one. We want to be strong for life, not just for looks. When strength training is done well, it doesn't take away from your life, it gives back to it. It makes movement feel easier, it makes other forms of exercise feel better, and it builds confidence in what your body can handle. That's why I'm so passionate about helping people think clearly about strength training. Not fear it, not overcomplicate it, not avoid it. Just understand it and approach it in a way that fits real life. Because when strength training fits your life, it becomes something that you can keep coming back to. And that's where the real magic is. So you might be thinking, okay, but how do I actually do this? And the truth is there are lots of ways to strength train. What matters most is choosing an approach that feels supportive, well-designed, and repeatable, something that fits into real life. At MOSSA, our most popular program in health clubs, YMCA, CAs and on MOSSA On Demand is our strength training program, Group Power. It's total body strength training designed for real life. It's the kind of workout you can come back to week after week and year after year. Music to motivate you, coaching to guide you, and results that will keep you moving better and feeling better. Find Group Power at one of our partner facilities near you or try it out on MOSSA On Demand. Before you go, I'd love to hear from you. What's one thing you want your body to be able to do now or in the future that strength training could support? You can share it in the comments if you're willing. And if this conversation was helpful, you'll find more like it here. So feel free to subscribe and join us again.